Your dog isn't plotting against you when it growls at strangers or destroys your furniture. There's always a reason behind aggressive behavior, and understanding it could prevent a bite incident in your home. I'm about to reveal the real triggers that make dogs act out, and how to fix them. If you live with a dog or work around them, subscribe now for practical animal safety advice. Hit like if you want to become better at reading dog behavior, and let's dive into what your dog is really trying to tell you. Dogs don't wake up one morning and decide to be aggressive. Every single behavioral problem has a root cause, and once you understand this, you'll see your dog's actions in a completely different light. The biggest myth in dog ownership is that dogs just snap without warning. I hear this constantly. He was perfectly fine, then suddenly attacked my neighbor. But here's the truth. Dogs give us multiple warnings before they escalate to biting. We just don't speak their language. Let me walk you through the 5 most common triggers that cause dogs to act aggressively, starting with the one that's overlooked most often. First, pain and medical issues. A dog in pain can't tell you where it hurts, so it communicates through behavior changes. Arthritis in older dogs, dental problems, or even minor injuries can make a normally gentle dog snap when touched. Watch for reluctance to move, sensitivity when being petted, or sudden personality changes. Before you assume it's a behavioral issue, get a thorough vet examination. Second, fear and anxiety. This is huge, especially for rescue dogs with unknown histories. Loud noises, unfamiliar people, or specific triggers from past trauma can send a dog into fight or flight mode. You'll see trembling, excessive panting, hiding, or destructive behavior when you're not home. The key is identifying what scares your dog and working on gradual exposure in a controlled way. Third, resource guarding. This isn't about dominance, it's about survival instinct. Dogs may guard food, toys, sleeping areas, or even their favorite humans. You'll notice stiff body language when they're near these resources, growling, or positioning themselves to block access. Never punish a dog for growling. That's their polite way of saying, back off. Instead, train alternative behaviors and manage the environment. Fourth, territorial protection. Dogs are naturally protective, but this can become problematic when not properly managed. You'll see barrier frustration at windows or fences, intense alert barking, or your dog positioning themselves between you and perceived threats. This requires consistent training and controlled introductions to new people and situations. Now let's talk about reading the warning signs before things escalate. Your dog's body language is constantly giving you information. A stiff, frozen posture means they're highly stressed. Direct staring or showing the whites of their eyes, what we call whale eye, indicates discomfort. Raised hackles, that fur standing up along their back, shows arousal that could go either way. A low rumble or lip lifting is your final warning before potential escalation. But there are subtler stress signals most people completely miss. Excessive yawning when your dog isn't tired, lip licking with no food around, pacing, loss of appetite, or suddenly avoiding interaction. These are all your dog's way of saying they're overwhelmed. Here's my 3-second rule. If you see any of these warning signs, immediately create space between your dog and whatever is triggering them. Don't wait to see what happens next. So what do you do when your dog is showing these signs? First, never punish growling. I cannot stress this enough. Growling is communication, not defiance. When you punish a growl, you're teaching your dog to skip the warning and go straight to biting. Create distance immediately. Get between your dog and the trigger, or remove your dog from the situation entirely. Use calm, low-voice commands. Shouting will only escalate things. Avoid direct eye contact, which dogs can interpret as confrontational, and turn your body sideways rather than facing them head-on. For long-term solutions, consistency is everything. Positive reinforcement training works better than punishment-based methods for building confidence and trust. Address any underlying medical issues that might be contributing to the behavior. Manage your dog's environment to reduce exposure to triggers while you're working on training. but know when to get help. If there have been multiple bite incidents, any aggression toward children, or the behavior is escalating despite your efforts, it's time to call a certified animal behaviorist or veterinary behaviorist. Prevention is always better than reaction. Regular health checkups catch physical issues early. Maintain consistent routines and clear boundaries. Proper socialization, especially for puppies, prevents many behavioral problems later. Make sure your dog gets adequate mental and physical exercise. A tired dog is usually a well-behaved dog. Set up your home for success. Every dog needs a safe retreat space where they won't be disturbed. Have protocols for introducing guests to your dog. Always supervise children around dogs, regardless of how gentle the dog seems. And create secure feeding areas to prevent resource guarding issues. Understanding your dog's behavior isn't just about having a well-behaved pet. It's about safety for everyone in your household and community. Every aggressive incident that gets prevented through proper understanding and management is a win for both dogs and humans. Your dog isn't evil, manipulative, or plotting against you. They're trying to communicate their needs and discomfort in the only way they know how. By learning to listen to what they're really saying, you're not just preventing problems. You're building a stronger, safer relationship with your companion. If this information helped you understand your dog better, hit that like button and subscribe for more practical animal safety content. Share this video with other dog owners who need to hear this message. And drop a comment below. Tell me what warning signs you've noticed in your own dog that you might have missed before. Remember, every dog deserves an owner who understands them, and every family deserves to feel safe in their own home. With the right knowledge, we can achieve both. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.